Hello there everyone and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria. Today we are doing an unboxing, walkthrough, first impressions of the Time Oracle. So a Time Oracle, Discover Your Path. It came to me as a gift, so I don't really know anything about it. I'm not even sure of the publication date. I did try and find it. It looks relatively new, so I guess we're going to open it up and see what we've got inside. So it looks like a tuck box. It's a pretty decent, hefty size by the looks of it. But let's see if I can open it without damaging anything, including myself. And here we go. Okay. So get rid of the cellophane off of here. Come on, you can do it. Oh, God. Okay, there we go. Say goodbye to that. All right. Now, this box is a little bit shiny, and the words on the back of here are a little bit faint, but let's see what it says. Time Oracle, discover your path. Are you ready to unlock the Time Oracle? Explore these Oracle cards for an insightful journey into your future. Use them as a helpful companion to uncover the exciting adventure of divination. These Oracle cards are easy to use. No guidebook is necessary. This collection features 100 Oracle cards divided into 2 decks. 50 future happenings, purple cards to help you discover a more intentional and fulfilling life. 50 pursuits to consider, green cards to provide guidance and inspire you to take action. How to use: step 1, shuffle the deck. You can shuffle the cards together or keep them separate. Step 2, set the time frame for a day or a week. Step 3, pick one purple future happenings card and read your inspirational message. Step 4, pick one green pursuits to consider cards to find your advice and guidance. So interesting. So let's crack it open. So we already have a heads up that there's no guidebook. And I do recall from looking these up that they are round. So if you've ever worked with weirdly shaped cards before, there is an art to shuffling heart-shaped cards or round cards. They can sometimes get away from you. So some people do prefer to shuffle them like by putting the deck down here and kind of like just mixing them all up. That can be a way. You're never going to riffle shuffle these, so you could just take them and do the overhand shuffle there for you. So as I was talking, I saw that there was 2 colors there, so I have divided the deck in half. It's a lot of cards, 100 cards in an Oracle deck. Some Oracle decks only have like 36. Those are annoying. But standard is usually about 44. Some have as many as like 64, but this is 100. So it's almost like 2 decks in one, and considering it is separated into two separate things. So this green stack here and the purple stack here, they look nice on the back. I mean, this is the back of the purple one, and it looks like each back is a little bit different, or maybe they just have a couple of different images on the back, because this one here is the same as this one. This one is different. And so, yeah, so they may have just like a few different images that they put on the back there. The card stock, it is, I would say it's like a little bit glossy, but it's not like super, super glossy. So it's like, I would say more gloss than a semi-gloss, but not as much gloss as like a super glossy deck. So somewhere in between there with that energy. They feel okay in the hand. I mean, cardstock is a very personal preference, right? But these feel like they would probably live up to a little bit of wear and tear. They're not super thick and super stiff, but they're not super flimsy either. So again, somewhere kind of in between. As for the size, well, you can see I can put them right in my hands now. I have long fingers, the palm of my hand right there. So anyway, so in theory, whatever size hands that you've got, you should be able to find a way to shuffle these. And like I said, they're round anyway, so they do carry a little bit more of a challenge when we are when we are shuffling them. So if worse comes to worse, these should, in theory, fan quite nicely from the feel of it. Not too bad. A little bit sticky there, but just because they are brand new, and like I said, they're not super high gloss, even though there's a gloss to them. So you can fan them out, and again, you can just kind of do this in your table as well. So let's have a look. They are very vibrant on the back side of the card. Let's just look at one since we don't have, we'll just pull the top one off of each one and just have a little look at it. So we've got, this one is a future happenings card. Your feelings mess with your goals. Your squad and fam pop back into your life. You get a sudden burst of energy and might pick up a fitness kick. You are a hit with tons of options, but you pick the best one. Your teamwork game becomes even stronger and you keep things chill in your convos. All right, so kind of kind of conversation in this particular one anyway. So it's maybe it's a deck. Well, at least with the first one, we'll see what the next card says. But it's like very kind of casual in its conversational style by the looks of this. And it's got a saying at the bottom: "Don't let yesterday take up too much of today." Will Rogers. And you know what? Actually, yeah, because if we let too much of yesterday take up today, then we're missing the present moment and we're living in the past. Something that we cannot change. So anyway, so that's that one. Let's read the top one off of this one. And this one, these look all fairly similar. So I guess, not only are they green, but these ones all have a clock face on the back of them as well. And there's the first one. They're pretty. Pursuits to consider. All right. You've got that backing, that vibrant energy, and a whole lot of excitement. Stay receptive, give everyone's thoughts a fair ear, and provide constructive fixes for the current issues. Transform a downer into an upper, lay down some guidelines that encourage others to aim for harmony instead of disorder. The scope of life is all about your guts and bravery. And the saying on the bottom of this one is, life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. Anae Nin. I don't know who that is, but anyway. So that's the top message off of that one. So let's see. And if you notice that I'm kind of like reading a little bit jerky, it's not like totally fluid. It's just because the typeface on here, I don't know if there we go. And so zoom in there for you. It's block letters, and you would think that it would actually be really easy to read in there, but it's like the typo on it, the font, thank you, that is on it. It's I think I'll get used to it. It's just like a little bit squishy together. And of course I am reading it on the fly as well. So anyways, and also trying to like absorb kind of some of the energy and the messages of the card as well. But anyways, I'm sure I'll get used to it. No problem. It's hard to read. It's not like it's super tiny or anything like that. It's a little bit small. But I'll probably just have to put my glasses on for these. I don't have my glasses on right now. Anyways, so let's start with purple. Shall we start with the purple? Let's start with the purple. Let me just adjust the camera just a little bit, just to go a little bit closer in so that you can see them a little bit better. What I'll do is I won't read the entire message off of the back of each one. 100 cards. We're going to be here for a while if I do that, but we'll just kind of read. I can't really even do that, can I? I was going to say I'll read like the header on it, but they're all the same header. Future happenings, future happenings, future happenings, future happenings. So I would say that, how am I going to approach this? I think what I'll do is, instead of, kind of flipping each card, because you're not going to have time to read them all. I think what I'll do, I'll just take a few random ones. I'll take 5, I think, from each deck. I'll take 5 and 5, and we'll read the message off of the 5. So we won't include the one that I've already read off of each one. So we'll do the throwaway right there. Let's just choose them randomly and just see what we get. I haven't consecrated this deck yet. I haven't done anything with it. So, hey, maybe I'll get lucky and one of the messages I pull will resonate with somebody out there, but let's take the last one. So I've got 5 from there. But yeah, I think this is the only way I'm going to be able to really kind of go through this deck for you. So anyways, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one right there. And maybe what I'll do is, because they do kind of like maybe complement each other a little bit, I'll read a purple and then a green, and then a purple, and then a green, and then a purple, and then a green. And of course, if you get tired of listening to me ramble on, feel free to click off if you want. But I'm kind of curious now as to what kind of messages we're going to get. So anyway, so here's a purple, and we've got future happenings. All right. You engage in compromise, transforming it into an exciting change for connection. Support is present as you work towards your objectives. Your dreams come to fruition. Prepare for unforeseen joys. You establish a connection with someone intellectually stimulating, and a potential new relationship could emerge. You confidently communicate your expectations and elevate your standards. And the quote on the bottom, it is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. Herman Melville. And I did say I was going to move the camera in a little bit, didn't I? I'm sorry. I'll move it in there, and I'll also just adjust it. There. Okay, that should be a little bit better for you guys. All right, so now I will pull a green, and we have pursuits to consider. Is that how you spell pursuits? You know how sometimes you look, I'm an awesome speller, but you know how sometimes you look at a word and all of a sudden it looks wrong? Anyways, P-E-R-S-U-I-T-S. See, now I'm going to have to look it up. Now I'm doubting myself. But anyway, pursuits to consider. You exude expressiveness, excellence, and a forward-thinking mindset. Trust your inner wisdom when making decisions. You undoubtedly receive sound guidance. Cultivate amicability in your interpersonal relationships. Stay committed to structured work methods and well-organized plans. Hold fast to your self-assuredness and remember, excuses are the building blocks of a house of failure. Excuses are the nails used to build a house of failure. Jim Rohn. So there we go. I'll put that over there. I'm going to put that back on there. Let's read another purple one. And there's the card and future happenings. You come to a profound understanding of your genuine priorities. You establish boundaries in alignment with your realizations. A new title is conferred upon you, expanding your identity. You contemplate the elements that hold the most value in your life. An exceptional opportunity for renegotiation presents itself. You take a pause and proceed at a more deliberate pace. Finally, you make sense of something that has eluded your grasp for some time. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Albert Einstein. All right. Part of why I'm a little bit jerky on this as I'm reading it, I'm kind of figuring it out, is it's very hard to determine where one sentence ends and another starts. There is punctuation, like there's period right there. There is punctuation, but as you're reading it as a whole, there's a whole bunch of different messages on the one card, and it is kind of a little bit challenging just to see where they end. So again, it's probably something that I'll get used to with some use, but it is kind of just tripping me up just ever so slightly right now. Anyways, there's the next card, a green one for pursuits to consider. You exude grace, diplomacy, and a sense of decisiveness when facing decisions. Have confidence in your judgment rather than relying solely on the advice of others. It leads to successful outcomes. Collaborating and aiding others can boost your reputation. However, excessive self-assuredness might impede your progress. Don't be fearful of moving at a gradual pace. The true concern should be stagnation. Those who dare to fail miserably can achieve greatly. John F. Kennedy. Another purple. Future happenings. You receive assistance and obtain the necessary resources. You reevaluate your approach, delving into your creative concepts. You avoid unwarranted risks and fulfill your future responsibilities adeptly. Innovative methods are achieved. Innovative methods to achieve your objectives are revealed. You adhere to established guidelines and remain committed to your plan. Adjustments are made to attain balance. The quote, "To succeed in life, you need two things, ignorance and confidence," Mark Twain. Okay, next one there. Pursuits to consider. Your nature is marked by creativity, confidence, and a touch of spontaneity. Strive to harmoniously resolve all issues that arise. In the future, your diligent efforts bring about success in reaching your objectives. An encounter with someone significant influences your perspective. Place your own decisions above the counsel of others. While we may face humorous setbacks, we must remain resolute and not succumb to defeat. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. Napoleon Willie? Something. Napoleon. Anyways, I can't quite read it. Anyways. And let me see. We've got two more on each one that I chose. There's your next one. Future happenings. The future brings a blend of different times. You honor your commitments and uphold a sense of responsibility. Trust in the system. Trust in the system grows stronger under your influence. You steer clear of risk. You steer clear of ventures that carry substantial risk. The wisdom of your elders is heeded. Your rate of success remains within the average range. Circumstances may continue to present a mixture of challenges. You resist the allure of greed and temptation. You approach compromises with caution and refrain from overburdening yourself. If you can dream it, you can do it. Walt Disney. That is a very wordy, very, very wordy card. And it doesn't, wordy cards are one thing. I have, I've got a lot of decks, do a lot of readings, whatever. I've been doing this a long time. But there's a little bit of a lack of flow to it. And again, it's kind of hard to differentiate between a comma and where the sentence ends. But anyway, anyways, there's the next card. I know I sound totally disjointed on some of these, don't I? Anyways, pursuits to consider. You are smart, driven, and tenacious. Seek solace in the familiar elements that provide you with a sense of ease. Utilize this opportunity to assess your situation and implement necessary changes before things veer further off course. Unwind, enjoy yourself, and commemorate all your achievements you've secured. Challenges should not deter you. Instead, view them as guiding principles. Success is not final. Failure is not fatality. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. Final message out of the purple. Future happenings. Enthusiasm for your professional endeavors surge. Your accomplishments impact everyone around you. Your experience relationships gain strength. You rendezvous with your dear ones. The quality of life experience enhancement. You immerse yourself in creative pursuits. The heightened impact generates a more optimistic mindset. To improve is to change. To perfect is to change often. Winston Churchill again. And the final one that we're going to read, pursuits to consider. You carry adaptability, passion, and a receptive mindset. Progressing towards your aspiration fuels your creativity, motivating you to exceed your initial target. Your commitment and resolve ensure the completion of your endeavors. Have confidence in yourself and everything aligns harmoniously. Creativity is simply intelligence enjoying itself. Creativity is intelligence having fun. Albert Einstein again. So there we go. Okay, that's all I'm going to read. That's all I'm going to read out of these. They are not 100% flowing well. I think the green ones are a little bit flowing a little bit smoother than the purple ones for the moment. But anyways, I'm a little bit uncertain, I've got to say. I think there's some promise here. I think this is a deck where I would probably not pull more than one or two cards. For someone, I might pull like the future happenings one, and I would probably very much complement it with a pursuit to consider one. And because this one's more of a fortune telling for the future, and this one's more of a hey, consider consider the possibilities, right? So, yeah, so I'd probably leave it to one or two cards because otherwise it's a little bit wordy, which isn't a problem, but just the typeface on it and the punctuation and trying to figure out what's a comma and what's the end of a sentence is proving to be a little bit of a challenge, and I think it's partially the font that is on there. However, I shall pursue. I am stubborn as a mule, and I will not give up. So I'm going to work with these and see what comes about from them. If you ever see a giveaway on my channel with this deck on it, you know why. Anyways, but we'll see what goes on. But do you have this deck? Have you used this deck? Does this speak to you in any way? What is your first impressions of it? Of course, always good to get someone else's spin, someone else's take on it. And again, it is a little bit later in the day for me here as well. So I'm getting a little bit tired. So that could also have, play into, my ability apparently to read. So anyways, but I thank you guys for watching. I'll put the link where to purchase below. I did find it. So I did find these online. So I will put that there in case you do like it. And want to get it for yourself. I do see that it does have some promise. Okay, it's not that I don't like it at all. There's certainly some potential there, but is it like totally like engaging me? First impressions right out of the deck, not entirely. All right, but again, there's a couple of things that I probably work through on here, and that font is a little bit of a challenge. Anyways, probably if I put my glasses on, I might feel a little bit differently. But anyways, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.